Hi everyone, Fallen5129 here. This is one of the very few times I'll ever appear on camera, so just bear with me. The reason I'm doing this is I wanted to do a short review on the new Wii accessory, the Zapper. That's what this thing is. The reason I want to do that is because I feel that a lot of reviews that it got, say on GameSpot, were very harsh and just did not do the product justice. Everyone knows that this is the original Zapper, the gray one, not the red one, but it got recalled because it looked like too much like a real gun. Oh well. This was classic. It's still, in my opinion, the most comfortable light gun I've ever held. It just feels very natural, very cool. Now the new one came out for the Wii Zapper, which ever since they said Wii is going to be motion censored and they showed us the Wii remote, we all kind of thought, Zapper, 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 you're going to have to give us a Zapper for this. And they did. They gave us the Wii Zapper, the light gun. A lot of people, what they complain about at first is it just looks weird, which I guess I see where they're coming from. Most guns, you cradle the barrel, so to speak, right here, like as if you're holding a rifle or a shotgun. This one has the foregrip like a Tommy gun, so you would hold it most likely like this. And to me, that is not so much a big deal because I used to play paintball and a lot of the paintball guns had a foregrip. The only weird thing was the trigger is up here instead of back here, which is only for the few games I've played with it so far. I'm pretty sure other games you can remap the buttons to put the trigger button somewhere else, which will hopefully be soon. One of the things that I've seen people complain about is this is just nothing but a plastic shell, which that's true. There are no wires, no battery required except for what's in the Wii remote, and no springs. Now that's where one of the big complaints came in. Not necessarily complaint one, but like number two. The trigger is just what they call a squishy trigger, or a squeezy trigger, because there's no spring. All that's happening when you pull the trigger is it's pushing the B button, the trigger button on the remote. Now, what I've heard GameSpot say is that this makes the Zapper, the Wii remote, not as responsive as you'd like it to be. In my opinion, that could not be further from the truth. If anything, for some reason, it's like a hairline trigger now. You just gotta just barely tap it. You can see by the lights, it just barely tap it and it goes off. If the game that comes with it, Link Crossbow Training, was a stealth game, I would have died several times because I barely touch it and it goes off. To me, that's actually kind of cool because you don't have to actually really jam your finger on the trigger. You just gotta lightly tap it several times to fire off the rounds. Other people complain about how the nunchuck's back here and how kind of weird where you're moving it around and you have to move the thing around, the Wii remote around, and move around. People get confused by it. It's not that bad. I mean, you get used to it real quick. For those who go to the website, the WeCast, great website by the way, great reviews. The guy there, Will, he complained while playing Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles that one of the buttons you have to use is the A button to pick up extra weapons, ammo, and so on and so forth. And he complained about that because if you're holding it like this, and you want to go pick up the new gun, you have to move your index finger around and over and tap the A button. That is a legitimate complaint. I can understand why he would be upset about that, and he said that there's no button remapping. Because most likely, if I could, I would move that button A to Z, so when I see something, all you have to do is push the Z button instead of moving your finger up here. But one way to overcome that, it's actually quite simple. For those who've played paintball or BB guns that are like automatic, that are semi-automatic, it's actually kind of simple. You just learn it. Instead of using your trigger finger, and you can actually see that I have my hand's kind of big. My hand kind of overgoes the grip. Instead of using your trigger finger, index, you can use your middle finger instead, which reacts a bit faster. But that way it frees up your index finger to remain on the top of the Wii remote the whole time. So when you see something, all you gotta do is click that real quick while firing. It may feel a bit odd at first, but trust me, you do get used to it. The Zapper comes with one game, Link's Crossbow Training. It's just like Wii Sports. It has the little booklet thing instead of an actual case. There are websites that let you print out a cover so you can just put it and give it a normal looking case. You know, just hunt around a bit, you can find it. But for the value of the game and the Zapper itself, which like I said is actually a very comfortable light gun, I was surprised. For only 20 bucks or 25, not that bad of a deal. In fact, I think you're getting the better part of the bargain. So, the Wii Zapper, I give it a thumbs up. And the reviews that have been gone so far have definitely not given the gun justice. I recommend you go out and buy one or two, because there are definitely games coming out for it which you'll want to have the Zapper. And, you know, not all the games right now that are Zapper qualified are that great. But, you know, that's the same way when the Wii Remote first came out. People made games just so you could use the Wii Remote and not specifically for the Wii. There's a big difference between those two. So give the Zapper time. They will definitely have games coming out for it that will be very cool. And like I said, it's actually a very comfortable, very good gun. I highly recommend it. And maybe sometime I'll actually pick up one of the third-party ones like the Wii Magnum and see how that turned out. But for now, I just prefer to stick to the official licensed products. So hope you enjoyed the review and have a good day.